happening in the upper back. Our wall taps then progress to knee wall taps. So we're taking it a little bit further now. We're hinging our hips forward and squeezing our glutes to get that big hinge motion. We can then take this to the floor into a full knee limber. This is a great progression to getting your full back bend stand up or limber. Next, we move into our straight arm wall walk downs. We walk as far as we can with straight arms and then back up. You need to start quite far away from the wall with your feet wide apart, but try and keep your legs and arms as straight as humanly possible. We can then take this wall walk down all the way down into our bridge. When we get to the bottom, the idea is that you want to try and press your chest and your shoulders to the wall. On the way up, we want to be slow and controlled. A fun way to make sure your shoulders are opening as much as they can at the bottom is to try and kiss the wall. Just make sure the wall's not too dirty. We're trying to use our shoulders as much as possible and our upper back, our thoracic spine. We want to avoid using the lower back. Here's a nice fast walk up. She does a quick rock at the bottom, gets her weight over her toes and presses up really quickly. Here our juniors are demonstrating downward dog to bridge, working on twisting their hands on the mat, opening their shoulders and slowly moving over into a nice open shoulder bridge position with the weight on the hands. This is really important to be able to shift your weight from side to side so that we can move on to our one arm back bend, as I'm demonstrating here. Now this is an in-between stage. This is just before you get your back bend, but it's a great progression. Here's a baby bridge stand up. It should feel like you're doing a limbo walk. Squeeze your bottom and your tummy. Here I am doing bridge to elbows. This is a great way to build up your flexibility and your strength, especially if you're pressing up from your elbows to your hands. My head goes nowhere near the floor in this movement. I lift it as much as possible and I really push my legs against the mat so I'm getting that full extension in my thoracic and shoulders. Here's a great way to push that bridge walking. Our girls walk along, then they do a big bridge push up, touch their chin to a yoga block and then extend and walk along again. It's a great way to make sure your hands and feet are in parallel and you're not doing crazy sideways movements in your bridge walking. Here's one of the hardest ones of all. If you can do this, you can definitely do a beautiful back bend stand up. You're going to balance on 3 yoga blocks and then try and limber up to your feet. I hope some of these exercises helped you to get a beautiful